Hey Ben, my name is JSHARP. Just before we start, is it okay that I record this interview today?
Yes, it is
Awesome.
okay.
Well, like I said, my name is Jase Sharp. I'm with the Aerospace Department here at MTSU.
Nice to meet you.
We thank you for volunteering your time to give your opinions on the current state of the regional airlines.
Absolutely.
I'm interested in learning more about the airlines to see what they're doing and how they're functioning and how they're communicating with students in the program. This interview shouldn't take any more than 15 to 30 minutes or so. If you have any questions, anything like that, feel free to ask. If at any point in time you feel like you need a break, just let me know. We'll be more than happy to satisfy those needs.
For sure.
Do you have any questions for me before we get started?
I don't think so.
Well, cool, man. If that's it, we'll just go ahead and proceed to the first question.
Let's do it.
So, number one, like I said, take as much time or as little time as you need. It's all up to you. What gave you your first interest in pursuing an aviation career? Was that a certain person or an event that got you interested?
I guess aviation's always interested me, but my uncle, he's a pilot for Delta, and so just being around him, hearing his stories and kind of what he does has always been intriguing to me. And then, of course, after my first flight, that kind of hooked me.
Got you. Did your uncle fly? Like, what plane does he fly?
He's a captain on the A350 right now.
Nice, cool. Okay, man, nice. So number two, what knowledge do you have of the current regional airline situations, specifically in regards to the pay or the benefits or the company climates, those types of things?
So I know that the regionals right now are kind of hurting for pilots. So I know that the pay is pretty good. I know there's kind of sign-on bonuses and a lot of incentives to go to a specific regional. I know just climate, they treat their pilots well. They know that the pilots are kind of moving on to the next stage, go to a major. So,
cool.
all around
Are there
pretty
any that you specifically know of as far as regional airlines that seem like a lot of people are going there now?
well. It seems a lot like I guess Endeavor
Okay.
or Compass or some of those. So.
Awesome, man. So we'll just move on to number three. The aviation industry as a whole, as you know, has grown exponentially in the last few years with people traveling more, commuting for business, whatever. The aviation community has shrunk the world for the most part. In your opinion, what would you say is kind of the current state of the regional airlines for new pilots that are going to be entering the field, or even prospective students that were in your shoes a few years ago?
Yeah, so I would say that regionals right now they're gunning to get as many new pilots as they can. So just these young pilots have more of an incentive to go and work harder because they know that at the end of their training there is a job waiting for them. So yeah.
Cool. No, that's good. What are some important things? This would be question number 4. We only have 5. But what are the most important things that you would want to see in a regional airline if you were deciding right now to go work for them?
Starting right now, I think the biggest thing for me would be the reputation that the company has, how well respected they are in the industry. Another is just how maybe what major airline do they feed into,
Okay.
Whether that's Delta or American or United. And then also you have to plan pay and the location wherever their major hubs are.
Do you feel like you would be wanting to move somewhere or be more of a commuter for the
I
airlines?
feel like at this point, probably more of a commuter, but maybe as life goes on, it gets busier
Get to
to
move.
move somewhere.
Cool, man. We'll jump to the last question. If you had to choose right now, what airline or regional airline do you think you would go to and why?
Right now, I think I would probably go with Endeavor.
Okay.
I just hear a lot about them from where I go to school, and
Okay.
I know a lot of pilots that have gone there and successfully moved through their
Okay.
system to go on and be hired by a major airline.
And just to follow that up, do you feel like the regionals do a good job of broadcasting just like their information to prospective pilots in the field?
Absolutely, yeah. They have a lot of here on campus. At least they have a lot of days where they come on campus and promote. And I know I'm getting emails all the time about regional airlines, and I'm only a freshman. So.
Cool. Well, that's all the questions I have. We thank you for the time. Is there anything else that you would like to add, or feel free to add that now if you'd like to?
I don't think so.
You're good, man.
I'm
Awesome.
good.
Well, if there's anything else I can do for you, just let me know. My email is jbsharp16@gmail, and my phone number I will hand to you later. If you have any more questions or concerns, I'd be happy to answer your questions. We just thank you once again for your time, Ben.